Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Spring 2025 Canyon Challenge.
Hi, guys. So thank you guys so much for being here. My name is Sarah LeDrew. I am the Vice President of the Idea Club.
My name is Caleb McCandless, and I am the President of Idea Club.
And we want to welcome you all to our Spring of 2025 Canyon Challenge. Let's give it up for all of you who decided to come out today.
Before we get started, I just want to touch on what Idea Club is here at GCU. Raise your hand if you guys heard of Idea Club before today. Perfect. For those of you guys who are joining us today, Idea Club is the entrepreneurship club on campus, where we host marketplaces, events like this, the Canyon Challenge, and we help students start their businesses, all through student-to-student interactions. It's an amazing opportunity for those coming into GCU to get plugged in and start learning how to start a business, applying their skills in the classroom to the real world. And that's what we do here at Idea GCU.
Awesome. And then if you guys have ever heard of the show Shark Tank, raise your hand if you've heard of the show Shark Tank. Awesome. Should be all of you. So here, this is the Canyon Challenge, and essentially what that is our very own GCU version of the show Shark Tank. Now, we have 5 student businesses that have been pitching all semester to come here today to win from a $6,000 prize pool. This is an incredible opportunity as it is not taking any equity from their business. The show Shark Tank is investors. Here we just have amazing judges who will decide who gets the prize money. So, first place gets $2,500. Second place gets $1,500. Third place gets $1,000, and then the final $1,000 is going to be a People's Choice Award where you, the audience, get to vote on who your favorite pitch was and who deserves that last $1,000.
Wow, that's a lot of money we're giving out today. Well, with that being said, we're super excited to welcome up the Colangelo College of Business Dean John Cadis.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome our guests and visitors from across the country. This is an amazing evening. Thank you to our judges for volunteering and spending your time with us. Thank you for all of the students that are part of the Idea Club. And thank you for the pitch competition folks that will be here today. We're going to pray for them, and we're going to pray for you. And we're going to pray for this be an amazing night and just give God the praise and the glory for it. So bow your heads with me. Father God, you are awesome. Thank you for being part of who we are, the fabric of our life, for creating us for these moments of innovation, these moments of entrepreneurship. Lord, thank you for being with each one of the contestants as they courageously pitch their products and their ideas. Lord, give them complete calm. Let them know that you are with them and help have you steal their show and be a light to this audience through their work and their time. Thanks for everybody in this room, Lord. Give them your wisdom, your favor, and your protection. Thanks for GCU and this juggernaut for Jesus. We praise you in every way and ask all of this in Jesus Christ's name. Amen. Now, yeah, let's go. All right. Woo! Let's give God the glory. Let's go. All right, now I want to introduce to you the man who chairs our entrepreneurship program. The man, the myth, the legend, Tim Kelly. Come on up, Tim.
Thank you, John. We are so lucky to have such a dynamic dean like John Cadis. Yeah, John. It's rare to find somebody that is a dean of a college of business, but yet owns, 10, 20 businesses and is an entrepreneur in his own right. So we are blessed with his presence. Here we do believe that the best way, if not the only way to learn business is to actually do it. So we have built an ecosystem from those first moments when you come on campus so that you can start your own business. There has never been a generation that is empowered as much as you are right now. With the advent of AI and technologies and robotics that's coming, you can literally build the world and the universe that you can imagine. That's what we're here to empower you to do. So from that first moment on campus, we say start your own business, and we've got the beautiful Idea Club to help guide you in our weekly meetings. Then you have a choice. You can come into our marketplace where we have over 320 student vendors that we're all outside on the great patio here in front, making money, selling products and services to you, and we do that every other week. These students have made over $300,000 this semester and are on path, I believe, to pull in over $1 million a year as we continue to expand that. The other option is then to come here, compete for cash through our Canyon Challenge. Once you're in revenue, then we say, all right, well, come to our co-working space that we call Canyon Ventures. And Robert Vera heads that. He's right here. Let's give him a big hand. Stand up. Yeah. In our co-working space and accelerator program, we have between 30 to 45 businesses at any given time. And these businesses get free rent. They have to hire GCU students. So if you're not building your own business, go work for another startup. You get to live the chaos that is a startup. You get to see one day to the next all the different problems that arise and how you have to be resilient and rise to those challenges of every single day. And that chaos can have you in marketing one day, cleaning the bathroom the next, and have you in operations after that, and then you're looking to finance. It is the chaos. I see Patty shaking her head going, absolutely. One of our great companies there in Canyon Ventures called Big Time Jerseys, right? So beyond that, then we say, if you need funding, come to Canyon Angels. We are a separate entity, a nonprofit. We have over 65 accredited investors. We invest in startups, companies that apply from across the country. They're raising typically $500,000 to $1.5 million. Their valuations are 5 to roughly 15 million, kind of depends. And we use our students to work side by side. They screen the deals that apply. We pick out the top 3 to 4 companies. Those companies are invited to come pitch. The student due diligence teams call the CEOs, investigate them, find out all these crazy things about their company, and then report back to us at our events, and we decide whether or not to invest. We've now funded 76 companies, over $8 million in the last 10 years. This is our 10th anniversary with Canyon Angels. So with that, I have the great honor of introducing our judges. We can do all of this because of the great sponsorship of Trinity Capital. I'm so thankful for Kyle Brown. He is our first judge. I'll leave it to him to then pass down, and all the rest of our judges can introduce, but just say a little bit about Trinity. Give a plug.
Kyle Brown with Trinity Capital, CEO. We are a global asset manager. We build lending businesses, and then we'd invest in companies, high-growth companies all across the globe. We have a ton of GCU students and alumni that work for us now who are doing amazing things, so I'm excited to be here and participate in this event today.
Thank you for your support, Kyle. All right, next.
Hello, I'm Dr. Ryan House. I'm also super excited to get here. Just a teeny bit about me. So I graduated from Pepperdine University, business degree, fell in love with the little Southern Belle, found out pretty quick that she had champagne taste and we had a beer budget. So moved back to Arizona from Pepperdine, got into real estate, broker's license, invested a lot in distressed real estate during that downturn, had about we're managing about 80 to 125 million at any given time in distressed real estate. Then life came at me, so now we have 4 kids, big story. Then we moved to Arkansas for a hot minute, fell back in love with psychology, which I was an undergrad in, went back, got my doctorate just down the street at Midwestern University, so now a clinical psychologist, and then we opened Mental Health Center of America, so which is cool because it goes full circle. If ever you guys visit the clinic in here, then it goes back to partnership. You can invest money or you can partner with other great partners. We're able to partner with GCU and provide all the psychiatric services, do the whole work with your athletic department doing sports evaluations and whatnot. So it's a huge blessing to be here. Love entrepreneurship, love the opportunity.
All right, thank you, Nick. Give me a hand.
Hey, I am Nick with National Bank of Arizona and a GCU alum, so very excited to be here. So we're a community bank all throughout Arizona, but we really specialize in partnering with small business owners, helping get them access to capital, providing mentorship, consultative services so they can be successful in their venture.
All right, thank you to our judges. And with that, I just want to say thank you to the leadership team, Caleb, Sarah, Connor, the whole gang. It is unbelievable all the work that they do, the time they put into this. And with that, I pass it off to them, and my work is done. Thank you.
Thank you, Tim. You want to take that down? So, Sarah, tell me how you became vice president of Idea Club, just really quick.
Okay, so I'm in my second year of GCU. Last year I was a freshman, and I joined the program development specialist team at the Colangelo College of Business under Steve Thomas, who's in the third row right there. But essentially what we do is we give tours on campus, and I would give tours of ventures where I met last year's president of the Idea Club, Connor Vickery, and it happened to be kind of a right time, right place moment where God just kind of put me there. We were having a conversation about all the things that I wanted to do for the Women in Business Club when Connor Vickery goes, how about you come to Idea Club and do that for us? And I had never been to an Idea Club meeting ever before in my entire life, and the first one I ever went, I was on leadership. So I just want to say thank you to Connor and thank you to God for the opportunity. After that, I kind of dove headfirst in. If it was hanging up posters at 1 a.m. in the morning, that's what I did. And I realized that entrepreneurship is my passion, business is my calling, and I'm very blessed to be here now, standing on this stage with all of you guys, and I'm excited to be here with Caleb. Caleb, tell me a little bit about your personal story and actually your experience in the Canyon Challenge.
Thank you, Sarah. And Sarah's really underselling herself there. She does so much more than what she just said. So really appreciative of that. I want to start when I first came here as a freshman at GCU. We have 5 amazing contestants here today, and I think my testimony of how the Canyon Challenge changed my life could speak volumes to you guys. When I came to GCU, I was an engineering student. I still am an engineering student, but I loved the business, creating value for someone else who I've never even met before. And that's something I fell in love with. You guys have all fallen in love with the problem, and you have created a solution that you want to display here to this amazing audience. So today, with your guys' presentations, hard work, sweat, effort is monumental in your next step in entrepreneurships. When I first stepped onto the stage as a freshman engineer, I was scared. I didn't know how to talk in front of people. I had just an idea. From there, we then blew up. My company, Car Chap, got featured on Donut Media, Car and Driver Magazine, Good Housekeeping Magazine, Phoenix Business Journal. It's all stemmed from the Canyon Challenge, and I cannot be more thankful for the opportunity that this provides. I'm so blessed to be able to do this and provide this opportunity with my amazing team and the faculty here. So to the contestants today, I encourage you because this can be life-changing. And to those who are watching, this can be life-changing. With that being said, I'm also excited to show you guys a glimpse of what Idea Club has been doing this past year. Now I'm going to hop off the stage and play this amazing video.
Think of all that time. Every late night brainstorming session, every pitch deck revision, every failed prototype that taught you more than success ever could. Think of every sacrifice. Early mornings with caffeine and doubt, late nights spent refining a single sentence, missed parties, skipped breaks, hours that no one else saw, grinding in silence while the world kept spinning. Think of every moment, every no that fueled your fire, every pivot, every breakthrough, every setback that almost broke you, all the times you wondered, is it worth it? It's all led to this. 5 students, 1 stage, 5 minutes to prove an idea can change the world. This is the Canyon Challenge. a $6,000 prize at the end of a journey that's been worth every second. You've come too far to hold back now.
Some amazing things have happened this semester, and I cannot be so thankful for my amazing team who's put that all together. Our social media team did an amazing job on that video. With that being said, we are now starting the Canyon Challenge. Our first contestant has a love for her animals, and you actually might get to see it today. With that, I'm now welcoming up Tender Paws. Let's give her a round of applause.
This is Hannah. She's 14 years old. Say hi, Hannah. She's a little shy. That's okay. About a year ago, I was very scared for her. She wasn't eating. She was going to the bathroom in the house, which she knows she's not supposed to do. She didn't even want to have her favorite treats. I was so worried about her that I skipped class the next day to bring her all the way to the vet. Now, being a bio pre-med major, skipping class is definitely not ideal, but I did it anyways, just for them to tell me that nothing was really wrong with her. She just had a bit of an upset stomach. This is the problem. It takes time to bring your pets all the way to the vet, when in most cases, you don't really have to. We have a form of telemedicine for people. Why don't we have a form of telemedicine for pets? My name is Natalie Conceição Larson, and this is Hannah, and she inspired me to create a solution to this problem. The solution is an app called Tender Paws that connects you to local vets in your area so you can receive expert pet advice anytime, anywhere. This is a great two-way marketing strategy because Tender Paws would be bringing new leads to vet clinics, and those vet clinics would be bringing new people to Tender Paws. That's her mom. I'm also Hannah's mom. Anyways, so with the statistics, 90 million people have pets, okay? And the amount spent on those pets increased by 66% from 2018 to 2024. This means that if we were to capture only 5% of the market of money already being spent, we would make $7.5 billion. There's also a rising trend of pet humanization. So pets are being treated with more care, more consideration, more like family. The compound annual growth rate is 5.06% in this industry from 2024 to 2029. And that means that the pet industry is expected to grow $103.27 billion. I asked a group of 60 people whether or not they would want to adopt this app, and 90% of them said they would. I also asked around to a couple of local vet clinics, and specifically Scottsdale Animal Healthcare said that any way they can better communicate to clients is ideal. Now, obviously, with an app like this, there comes a lot of legalities, and so I'm working with a business law attorney to create a contract that includes disclaimer, user responsibilities, liability coverage, privacy and data protection, terms and conditions, vet verification, and mitigation strategies. There are some competitors, Pet Desk, Ask Vet, and AirVet. Now, they all connect you to real-life vets, but what Tender Paws does is we connect you to local vets. So when you have an emergency, you can go in and physically see the vet you were talking to. We also have holistic pet care, so that's nutrition tips, wellness advice, and personal pet profiles. So your vet can go in and check in on your pet. For the revenue model, we have 4 streams of revenue. First are subscriptions, and Tender Paws would match a percentage of the subscription to create an emergency fund for your pet. If you don't want to subscribe, we have pay per consult. And third are vet clinic partnerships. Vet clinic partnerships are the most important because we want as many people to partner with us as possible so you have as many options as possible. Tender Paws would be making vet clinics scalable and profitable. By adding a telemed option to these vet clinics, we are adding value, leading to better retention rates. This way, vet clinics would be able to provide more service without having to add more staff. And fourth are affiliate partnerships. This way you can purchase products that your vet recommends directly through the app. Here are some pictures of the app where you have your vets and the personal pet profiles and the products you can purchase. And here is the part of the app that we are currently working with where you can select pet type, put in your symptoms, and upload a photo. And it'll analyze your symptoms and give you next steps on how you can help your pet. And then you can also look and it'll give you a location where you can go to find local vet clinics. For the next step, we want to sign up 100 people before we launch, and those first 100 people would get the first month free. A vote for us ensures a future for pet care that is as convenient and compassionate as it should be. Together, we are creating a new standard for pet wellness, one tender paw at a time.
Hey, that was awesome. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I can uniquely understand the problem, having had to use a vet recently, and I had to text a bunch of people to find a good vet and use Google, and it was a mess. So I understand your problem, the problem you're trying to solve for. So do you have this app built? Is there a kind of minimum viable product that you have that works right now?
I will.
You don't have to show me. I'm just curious. Is it something that works right now, or is there more money that needs to be invested, time and money?
Yes, there is a functional part of the app right now, which is that holistic pet care. But before we open that to the public, we want to add a portion that will allow us to see how many people are using the app, signing up, so we can go to vet clinics with real numbers.
Great. And then maybe for like the common questions you were talking about, is that some kind of AI platform that you're leveraging to answer questions like FAQs and normal questions that people have just about their pets?
Yes, this is so you can get reliable expert pet advice right when you need it, and it's more of a gateway to connect you to local vets.
Got it.
Hey, how you doing? Good job.
Hi,
That's
thank
great.
you.
So I have, an also unique correlation with this. So we contract with, it's called ZocDoc. So at Mental Health Center of America, one of the problems that ZocDoc tries to solve for us is two things. So I guess that's the first question is, you feel like your app would sell, you're selling the convenience aspect, because that is the convenient part. Put in symptoms, what you're looking for. They're going to search qualified vendors in your area, and they're going to give you those scheduled appointments like when those are available.
Yes.
Or is it, and it could be and both, is it a validity? Like, are you validating local clinics? There's so many different clinics. People have to do the research on their own. So does Tender Paws become a sense of value and validity when people are searching for a legitimate and qualified vet? Or is it the convenience in scheduling? ZocDoc kind of does both, and I kind of see like this fitting in a little bit of that ZocDoc sector.
Right.
So
That's a great question. Yeah, I would say both, because we have that pet symptom advisor to give you kind of that fast, reliable advice. But then also with the contract, we have vet verification. So the vets that we allow to be on the app are background checked. And we also wanted to implement a referral system. So those vets that are already on the app would refer other reliable vets. Okay. But if they're not referred, then we do an extensive background check.
Okay. And then the projected revenue, do you feel like that's going to come from more of the membership side, or is it from your partnership with other vet clinics?
I would say the partnerships.
Okay.
Thank you.
Great presentation.
Thank you.
Do you have kind of ballpark what you're thinking for like subscription cost? And then how would you split like revenue with the vet provider that's doing the clinic?
Right. We right now are finalizing pricing, but it would be a flat rate subscription monthly. And we would kind of talk through with the vets based on what advice and what kind of help they're willing to offer to see how we're going to pay them. So.
Great, thank you.
Thank you. Any more questions? Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
An amazing job. Well, this next presentation that we have up is for outdoor enthusiasts. Has anyone encountered a bear in the outdoors? Okay, I actually see hands, which I know some of you guys are lying. But if you do run into this, our next contestant, Ethan, with his product, Trek Guard, might be the solution to you.
I have a question for you guys in the room. How many of you guys have recently been on a hike in Arizona, would you say? Oh, my bad. I have a question for you guys. How many of you have been on a hike recently in Arizona? Okay, most of you. Now, imagine you're hiking Camelback Mountain. It's the really steep part, the one that no one really likes to do. You're on all fours, you're going up, you reach the top, and all of a sudden, a massive cougar comes down and is ready to attack you. How many of you think you would have the capabilities and resources to defend yourself in this situation? No, you would not. Now, this is a real problem with hikers on the trail. There are roughly 47,000 annual reported cases of hikers being attacked on the trail, whether that is from a small rodent down to like a massive bear. And it has been shown that 2/3 of women on the trails feel unsafe and unprotected and because of the uncertainty of the environment and what they might encounter. And it's also been shown that 50% of hikers, male and female, also reported feeling unsafe on the trails. And this is not okay. My name is Ethan Hawes, and my solution is Trek Guard, which combines your traditional bear spray into your hiking pole. Now, I want you to imagine this. You are on the trail, and all of a sudden, you encounter a 2,000-pound grizzly bear or an antelope. And you have your traditional bear spray, it's on your backpack, but the bear's running at you. You're like, oh my gosh. And then, oh. You don't know what to do. It's beating you up. Now, let's run that back with Trek Guard. Because with Trek Guard, when you think about it, when a policeman is going out on the duty, when he is putting his body in the line of fire, he has his weapon at the ready, drawn, not on his hip, because that time that it takes from him to draw his weapon to shooting or firing could be life or death. Now with Trek Guard, we put the weapon in your hand, so you can deploy it at any moment. Let's run that again, Thunder, all right? Come at me. Now, with Trek, oh shoot, sorry, my bad. Now, with Trek Guard, this product would save countless lives on the trail. It also, because it has quick defense, it also has long-term comfort for hikers who like to hike 15 to 20 miles a day. It also has interchangeable canisters in case you get attacked more than once on the trail. And is also extremely lightweight for the hikers who like to save on the grams, which is extremely important to us. Now, my total addressable market is $7.4 billion with a 7.7% growth rate annually, and this would encompass the global supply of hiking equipment that Trek Guard would fall under. Now, my serviceable available market is about $404 to $606 million annually, and this would encompass the U.S. hiker population. And my serviceable obtainable market is $116 to $232 million annually, and would target hikers more in the Appalachian Trail or Continental Divide states, bear country such as Montana or Idaho. Now, my business model would be direct to consumer. We've gotten off the phone with Bass Pro Shops and in their camping department, and they have said they would love to see this product on the trails and also on their shelves. Shout out Manny for taking my call. I also would first sell on Etsy, maybe reach out to family members that are big hikers that can spread the word around. I would also sell on Shopify and later Amazon because it's a little bit harder to get into right away. Now, my competition is pepper poles and pepper stick. Now these roughly do the exact same thing, but instead of bear spray, which is top of the line protection, it is pepper spray, which is good for your traditional Walmart attacker, but you're on the trails and these are real threats that can cause real damage. And I would rather trust my life with TrekGuard with top of the line bear spray than pepper spray, which wouldn't do anything against a bear that really wants to hurt your life. If it was my life on the line, I would choose TrekGuard. Now, my financial projections as of right now, it is about $5 to 3D print a custom handle, $25 for an aluminum pole. Putting these two together, you have a base prototype, but it's not what we would want to sell as our final product. We want to really bring home the promise of saving hikers weight when they travel. We want to be the top of the line in hiking equipment. Now, it is $130 for a carbon fiber pole, which is a little bit pricey, but with proper funding and investments, maybe we can make this possible. Meet my team is me, my co-founder, and my lead engineer, Jeff. If you invest today, you can invest in TrekGuard, protection with a purpose. Thank you so much. Thank you.
What are you looking to possibly sell the product at, and then what is your competition at right now?
I completely forgot to go over that in my slides. I'm so sorry. It was $50 for a single hiking pole for hikers who want to hike with one hand free, which is semi-common, and then for two poles, which more for like through hikers, it would be $90 for a bundle.
Great. Thank you.
And then what is the current price of like a standard bear spray?
That is a great question. That is a really great question. I have not looked that up. I would guess around $50 a can. That was my actual first guess.
Okay, gotcha. That's great. And then of the numbers that you pulled of the populations you're looking at that you possibly capture, did you find any data about how many actual hiker poles are bought and sold in the U.S.?
That's
the
a
actual
great
poles
question.
themselves?
I have not, no.
Perfect. All good. Did great,
you
dude.
so
That's
much.
great.
Thank
I
you.
have a place in Montana and
Oh,
encounter
really?
bears multiple times. So we have bear spray all over the place. This would be great.
Thank you.
I ran into a bear at his place recently, and I wish
Really?
I would have had this with me. I did
could be.
survive, but he beat me up. I was going to ask about pepper spray and hiking sticks as well. It feels like someone that's going to buy this, probably someone who's going to be buying a stick to begin with.
Mhm.
So, I don't know, maybe a better understanding of like what these serviceable, obtainable market is for hiking sticks generally might give you a better sense as to kind of what you're going after. But have you looked into patents yet? This feels like something you need or want to be able to patent pretty
Yes.
quick.
I actually talked to Caleb last Wednesday, and we talked about a provisional patent. It was a little late in my planning process for it, so it's in the works, like verbally, but nothing official since we would have to get a lawyer, as is my understanding.
And then do you have a sense for how much it's going to cost to get that product, the one that you mentioned that you could actually go to market for? Have you have a sense for how much money you'd need to get there?
I do not know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Good thing we had TrekGuard against Thunder, so. With that being said, I want to welcome up our next contestant, Camille, with her company, Desert Bloom, your solution to babysitting needs in the Valley. Thank you.
Wait, which way do I hit? This? This? Perfect. Imagine this. You're a parent that's rushing out the door to head to work. You hire a babysitter that plops your child in front of a TV screen all day. No interaction, no growth. That is until the Wi-Fi cuts out. And now you're stuck dealing with a child who's throwing a full breakdown because their cocoa melon isn't loading. Then what? Now, let me paint you a different picture. Imagine you come home after a long day of work to your child proudly running up to show you a project they've been working on, using problem-solving skills and creativity. That's the difference that Desert Bloom makes. I'm Camille Benson, founder of Desert Bloom Babysitting, where we're redefining babysitting by blending education with care and empowering our next generation of children with hands-on learning. Let's face it, traditional babysitting is outdated. Most babysitters place a large emphasis on supervision versus educational development. A study done by Maryville University found that there was nearly a 15% increase in hyperactivity in children ages 4 through 7. Not only this, they also found that children were falling behind in areas like emotional regulation and pro-social skills due to tech activity. Not only this, parents are also paying premium pricing for their kids to sit and watch Netflix. That's where Desert Bloom comes in. Our solution is simple yet powerful, Montessori-inspired babysitting, where our sitters guide children through hands-on learning to help increase their real-world problem-solving skills and independence. We also offer flexible, affordable care, so whether you're booking us for last-minute needs or overnight babysitting, we can offer parents peace of mind without breaking the bank. And most importantly, there's no screens and no more just trying to keep the child alive. The U.S. childcare market is booming. In 2023, this market was valued at just over $60 billion, and it is projected to grow to just over $90 billion by the year 2030. Not only this, Phoenix is one of the fastest growing cities in the country. And with the increase in dual income households, the need for high quality educational care has never been greater. And we are set perfectly to jump into this ever expanding market. And as you guys can see, this is not just a concept, we're already generating results. Sitting at our 6-month mark, we have already generated over $6,000 in revenue. Part of this comes from parents saying, "Oh my God, thank you for not letting my child paint my walls with peanut butter." In future confirmed bookings, we are projected to increase our revenue by $13,000 by the end of June. And the best part is, this is just the beginning. Our unique service approach sets us apart from anybody else in the Valley. Our hands-on activities help encourage real-world problem-solving skills and independence. This independence is encouraged through daily tasks, allowing children to think for themselves. Our in-home and small group settings allow for children to have a more personalized attention in a safe environment. We are hoping to encourage a generation of curious, confident kids. Our business model is pretty straightforward. We're business to consumer. We're offering this at $35 per hour because it is educational-based care at a competitive price. We've also diversified our revenue streams through different things like overnight and emergency and last-minute bookings. We've also offered discounts for referrals as well as holiday promotions to drive in more customers. And for our long-term users, we are including subscription plans into our business model to help keep clients coming back. This model ensures consistent income as well as client retention. Our go-to market strategy leverages apps like Instagram and Facebook because as much as we are a tech-free company, we do understand that parents are still on social media. And I know we all know a mom or two that loves a good Facebook group. Word-of-mouth referrals are extremely important, especially in the childcare industry, because we know moms lean on one another for advice. So we are using this to our advantage to help us grow our client base. Additionally, we are soon hoping to launch an easy-to-book app to include seamless scheduling for our families. So how do we hold up? Traditional babysitters place a bigger emphasis on care, whereas we focus on educational development. Not only this, allowing parents to pick their babysitter ensures trust and consistency. And with our flexible scheduling, this allows parents to use us as an educational tool for their child's development. Simply put, we offer more value, more education, and a greater impact. Our short-term and long-term goals are pretty cut out. Our short-term goals are to continue to expand across our Scottsdale presence, because a lot of our families and Montessori schools are based around the Scottsdale area. Our long-term goals include expanding into areas across the valley, as well as hiring additional babysitters. And while we would love to hire just anybody out there, we are wanting to bring this back to our own GCU students to help provide flexible part-time jobs for our own students while they're in college. To introduce our team, as I said, my name is Camille Benson. I'm the founder of Desert Bloom Babysitting, and I would like to thank my co-founder, Talia Vasquez. Without you, this would not be possible. And with that being said, if you're looking for reliable educational care, then Desert Bloom is for you. At Desert Bloom, we are rooted in care, growing in knowledge. Thank you.
Thank you. You got a captive audience over here with a bunch of little kids. So thank you for the presentation. So how do you train GCU students on what they're going to bring into the households?
That's a great question. So in terms of who we would hire, obviously I think this would be more appealing to even some of our education majors. But I personally have experience in Montessori teaching, as well as I come from a full line of teachers, so that would be something that I would love to help train them to do, just using those techniques. Not only this, there's a lot of companies out there that give those hands-on activities based on the child's developmental stages, so kind of walking through our employees through the steps of what they should do when working with these children, as it's also a part of the way that you hold yourself. So I think also just assessing the demeanor of who we're hiring, because in Montessori you just have to be very patient and kind of calm. It takes a lot of patience to work with kids. I'm sure some faculty might agree. So that's kind of our basis in training.
And then maybe just how do you vet students? Is it typical background checks? I mean,
yes. So
are you
we're
trying to put the same product out there every time?
Sorry.
Same product person. Are you trying to vet people in such a way where you're getting a very similar experience every time they come?
Well, it just depends, because as I said, a lot of companies have different, I guess, toys and activities that you can use. So I think just creating a large range of what they can bring. We're hoping to create their own personalized packages, so that way our babysitters can come and just take a bag, bring it to one of our sitters, and then the kids are getting to work with something new that they've never seen before. And in terms of looking into who we're hiring, background checks are very important, and we're also looking out for first aid as well, first aid certifications.
Okay, great job. Yeah, and a huge opportunity. I think competition-wise, just because I've hired a lot of babysitters, is just a company called Busy Bees. I think they've done it halfway well. I think there's a good opportunity. The Busy Bees, what they've done a good job is validating, vetting kind of who you're going to get. However, cross-branding and leveraging the brand of GCU is a huge opportunity that you guys have, because you've kind of, it's coming with a GCU student. There's kind of a vetting process that's already been done for you. So yeah, challenge is formalizing that vetting process so it's consistent, so parents feel safe with whoever's in their home. But then you got tons of upside. Yeah, we would love to invest in, babysitters that are coming and working with our kids, hanging out, growing. Even if it's not like pure education model, it's engagement, and we're not just sitting with them. And there's a lot of young families out here, so you have a huge opportunity.
I was going to say, that's actually a really great comment that you made, because with our app, what we're hoping to do is be able to put our own babysitters' profiles out there, so the parents, while we vet them and do a background check and everything, parents can essentially go through, look at the sitters, save them to a folder, and then our sitters will schedule their own schedule for them. And if our parents want to go in and book with them, they can look at the calendar that's already set up by the sitter. If they're not able to book, they can go to other saved sitters that are in there. So parents can constantly go back to their already saved sitters for more consistency.
Perfect, yeah. Yeah, encouragement, leverage existing curriculum. Don't kill yourself by building your own curriculum. There's so much curriculum, good, validated curriculum out there that you can leverage. It's pretty inexpensive. So yeah, good job.
Thank you.
Great presentation.
Thank you.
Have you thought through how, for your babysitters, you'll just be able to inspect that they are actually providing the Montessori style? And then how do you communicate with that parents too, just so they're aware of kind of what their child was doing?
So I think that that's important. One thing that they often do in schools, and it's mainly through contracts, is signing like photo releases. So I think it's also important, first of all, kind of getting that documentation. Like, hey, it provides kind of more peace of mind for their parents. They can see actual proof that our sitters are working with them, as well as offering us some also identification that they're working with them. Not only this, I'm sure testimonials from parents are extremely important, depending on what the kids do. I mean, not many kids aren't old enough to really communicate. So if a kid's old enough to communicate, I'm sure they could tell their parents, hey, I just watched a movie tonight, or things like that. And that's something that we could assess if that situation arose.
Awesome. Great job. Thank you.
Thank you.
The other day I got locked out of my apartment. Has that happened to anyone in here? Cool. Well, this next product by Cody Cash, Fob Mate, might be the solution to a lot of us GCU students' hard reality. Let's welcome up to the stage.
How are y'all doing today? Hey. My name is Cody Cash, and I am a transfer student here at GCU. And as soon as I got on campus, they gave me one of these. This is an HID Prox key. It's a fob given to every student that comes on campus, and it's required for them to scan into their building and their hallway to get to their room. You gotta bring it wherever you go. Trouble is, I kept losing mine. I'd leave it in my truck, I'd leave it at my friend's place. Sometimes I'd even leave it in my room and lock myself out. I'd have to stand outside of my room, outside of the building, and wait for someone to let me in. But as I was waiting, I realized something. I wasn't the only one. In fact, it's common to see students waiting outside of their building because they've misplaced their keys. According to GCU, 1,500 fobs are lost on campus each year. For a student to get back into their own room, they'll have to buy a new fob from GCU, which will run them $50. That's $75,000 out of the pockets of students because they can't keep track of their fob. I knew that there had to be a better way. And so for the past few months, I've been working with my team, my lead engineer, Corbin, and my social media manager, Ryder, to develop a solution to our problem. After countless designs, we've finally come up with this. This is Fob Mate. Fob Mate is our patent-pending revolutionary design that allows you to attach your fob to the back of your phone. We're solving a simple problem here with a simple solution, and yet it's one that nearly every single student on campus is faced with. The average student comes in and out of their building 5 times in a day. To get to their room, they'll have to go through their building's entrance and their hallway's entrance. That's 10 total scans in a day. Over the course of a month, that's 300 scans. And in 2 semesters, that's 2,400 times of patting down their pants, searching through their bags to pull out their fob. Freshmen will do this for 4 years, and that's why underclassmen are our target market. These people have the longest to go in which they have to keep up and keep track of their fob. They have the longest to go to keep up and keep track of their fob. They're also the people who are most welcoming to a new method of carrying their fob. And if we're being honest, they're the people who are most prone to potentially losing it. Well, a problem this big must have competitors, right? Not really. There's only 2 other methods to keep up with your fob. You can attach it onto your keys, but keys are bulky. They're easy to misplace, and they're a hassle to bring around when all you need is your fob. You can attach your fob to your watch, but this product is more expensive than Fob Mate. It's bulky, doesn't look good, and if you don't bring your watch everywhere you go, tough luck. This product won't work for you. Fob Mate works for everyone. It's affordable, looks good, and since you can always track your phone, you'll never lose your fob. We're really excited because we just went live with Fob Mate, and we've already sold over 40 of them. We've been receiving rave reviews, and we're currently selling 2 versions of Fob Mate. Our adhesive version, which allows you to attach it to any surface, which we make for 40 cents and we sell for $9. And our MagSafe version, which we make for $3.30 and we sell for $15. It has a magnet inlaid inside of it and works with any Apple MagSafe product. We're selling on our website, on Instagram, and in person. Looking forward to this next year, we're ecstatic, and that's because the numbers look amazing. Right here on GCU, there's around 25,000 students, 11,000 of which are freshmen. That's nearly 45%. If we're able to reach a very modest 20% of the student body here, we'd reach 5,000 students with our base $9 product. We'd make $45,000 in profit. I believe this number to be extremely reasonable, and that's because nearly 100% of students have this problem, and this number is only configured with our base $9 product. If we were able to reach even 50% of the students here with our $9 product, we'd make over $112,000. But what's amazing about Fob Mate is that it's extremely scalable, and that's because GCU isn't the only university that uses this fob. Back in my hometown in Austin, ACC uses this fob. Right around the corner here, U of A uses this same fob. Universities all over America use this fob and have this issue. We want to sell directly to those students, but also we want to shift over eventually and market directly to businesses. Imagine if when you signed up for a university, instead of receiving knickknacks that you threw away, you received a product logoed with the university that you'd actually enjoy and keep. Businesses use this fob. I worked for a company back in Texas. Every employee was given this fob, and they had to scan in to get inside the building. I'm in touch with them, and they're interested in my product. Apartment complexes use this fob. Places that house thousands of residents are faced with this issue, and we want to market to them. We're passionate about solving problems here on campus to help us solve problems around America. And so we invite you to partner with us. Help keep your fob right where it belongs with Fob Mate. Thank you.
Real stellar job. Is there, one question is, any packaging, or are you just shipping them out, just the Fob Mates?
Right now, we're developing the product here at GCU with our MVP to see if there's a need. We've already sold 40 of them, and so right now we're just selling them directly without any packaging, but we would like to get there soon.
Okay, and then you alluded to some of the customization aspects. Has you went through and explored that? Because it seems like you're either want to establish the brand as a quality brand, but really it seems like a cool opportunity for people to get in there, pick their color, customize it, put their school on it, anything like that. Is that in the works, or is that one of the ideas, one of the goals?
Yeah, definitely. That's a great question. We're developing it as much as we can. We have 3 colorways, and we're looking to do more and ways to integrate it to make it look even more professional. Like I said, I'm talking to a business that's interested, and we want to customize it directly to fit their needs.
Yeah. And then what do you think your chances are of getting the patent on something like that?
Yeah, right now we're patent pending. We have a provisional patent. That's something that's high on priority for us.
Yeah, cool. Good job, man.
Thank you.
You gave a few examples of different businesses and schools using. Do you have any idea how many of these IDs are in use and circulation right now?
Yeah, that's a great question. I don't have a specific number I can give you, but I know it's plentiful. I've talked with universities, I've talked with businesses, I've talked with apartment complexes. This is something that can be scaled out very quickly.
Yeah, I think the patent is going to be really important, right? Because then you can take that to any number of different case makers. But
yes,
that seems like that's probably your highest priority right there. So is that something, maybe explain just a little bit more on the patent pending. Is that something you've invested capital in with an attorney to or is this where are you at in that process?
Yeah, so like I said, right now we're patent pending. We have a provisional patent, and so that essentially gives us a bookmark in time to develop it. It shows that we're first to file with our system, and so right now we're exploring every option, reaching out, going from there.
And it was just the HID that you were going after, or are there other fobs and different makers that you also are going to need to get additional patents on?
Yes, that's a great question. So right now, the fob that we use at GCU is the HID prox key. It's the primary one that I've come across, and so that's what we're focusing on. But the great thing is that our team is flexible, and so we're able to change the fob, adapt it with our design. Really allows us a ton of opportunities.
Great presentation, awesome profit margins too. Are you making them here through 3D printing, or are you going through a manufacturer?
Yes, so right now we're 3D printing them here on campus. Eventually, we want to do some injection molding though.
Great, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Do we have any rising soccer stars in here? No one? Okay, well, if you guys are looking to be a rising soccer star, our next company Kwame Bofrot Foundation by Levi might be the solution for you, and he's going to share his experience today.
Hello, everyone. My name is Levi Quorum, and my initiative is the Kwame Bofrot Foundation. What I am doing is I'm using soccer as a way to unlock life-changing opportunities for the youth in West Africa. So a little bit about me. My parents moved to Ghana in the 1990s as missionaries. They still live over there. I grew up there my whole life and moved to the US my senior year of high school. I'm now a senior here at GCU, and I'm majoring in finance and economics. Growing up, my biggest passion in life was always to play the game of soccer. Now it's changed, but only a bit. Now I want to go back to Ghana and help the young soccer players in West Africa. Well, what challenges do they face? The biggest challenges that West African soccer players face is that there is a lack of scouting resources as well as a lack of proper developmental programs. Let's take a look at a club like Barcelona. Before Messi became the superstar that he is, he had to go through Barcelona's academy. They signed him when he was 13 years old. They developed him, they helped him, and once he proved himself, they signed him to the first team. Ghana doesn't have any professional clubs like this. And even if they did, even if they had a professional club that offered a good academy like this, Ghana players don't want to play in Ghana. They want to go to Europe, they want to go to the US, the soccer capitals of the world. So what is my solution? At the end of May, I am going to Ghana and I'm hosting an 8-team tournament that will be played in front of US college coaches. There will be 16 players per team, 128 players in total will be taking part. And every single player has been carefully selected by our scouting team. They have to meet 2 qualifications. 1, that they are up to the Division I level of play, and 2, that they are academically qualified to take part in US universities. So does it work? It absolutely does. We are in full steam moving forward ahead. In February, I held the first mini trial. It was a high-stakes match, and it was played in front of the assistant head coach here at GCU, Leo Chappell. During that match, Richard Awe performed at an incredibly high level. In fact, Coach Leo said it was the best prospect he had seen in 20 years and offered him a full-ride scholarship on the spot to attend GCU in the fall. Judges, this right here, man, that gets me fired up, man. That gets me fired up. Because not only did this foundation provide Richard the opportunity to pursue his dreams of playing soccer at a higher level, this gives Richard the chance to be the first one in his family to hold a university degree. This doesn't just change Richard's life. This changes generations. And what's even better is now Richard has a chance to take the American dream back to his community. And what's even better, he's just the first one. In May, we are pushing for 8 to 12 athletes to receive full-ride scholarships so they can also pursue their dreams of playing soccer at a higher level. So how do I do my marketing? Most of my marketing is done through social media. I do Ghana comedy on Instagram and TikTok and have accrued over 360,000 followers combined. When I first announced this project that I was working on, the video got over 1 million views and over 4,000 players reached out wanting to take part in this trial. Players in Ghana are desperate for an opportunity. They want a way out. In fact, my mom was going to work one day, and the security guard pulled her aside. He told her that he recognized her from me, and that he has a nephew in the village that is very good at soccer, and he's wanting to go play outside. Because of that, we're able to help him. He was qualified, and because of that, he's going to be taking part in the trial in May. And there are many more stories like that. Because of that, there's a fantastic market opportunity. West Africa is home to over 100 million youth and is one of the most soccer-obsessed regions in the world. Number 2, foreign coaches are desperately wanting to set up a scouting pipeline in West Africa. West Africa produces some of the best soccer players in the world. Take a look at GCU's soccer team. Our starting striker, Bright Nutornucci, is from Ghana, and just the other year was top 100 players in the nation. Coaches here want more Brights, and I'm going to give it to them. The problem for the Ghana players, though, is that competitors are few and far between. There are people that try to put on a program like this. The problem is they don't know what NCAA coaches are looking for. So they bring unqualified players, players that are too old, players that haven't finished high school, players that their date of births don't line up on their certificates and their school records. But I've been working with the GCU coaches for the past 2 years as student manager. I know exactly what they are looking for, and I will deliver. So I have 3 revenue streams. 1, the player registration fee. 2, sponsorships and partnerships. And partnerships include coaches as well as players once they go pro. And then grants and funding. And then underneath is my future projected financial earnings. And that is all based off of hitting target registrations as well as taking a look at what our grant writers have brought in and kind of averaging it out and then implementing into our future projections. So the current service that we offer is soccer trials in front of coaches to give them college exposure. But what I love most about this foundation is how scalable it is. In year 2, I'm going to expand it. It'll become a 16-team league across West Africa, and the best 8 teams will then take part in the tournament. And in year 3, I'm going to start a soccer academy that will develop players both on the field and in the classroom. I can do that because my mom started one of the first international Christian schools in Ghana. I will do the soccer academy through her school, and then later add more sports, track and field, basketball, volleyball. I will create the IMG Academy of West Africa. And I can do that because I have a strong team around me. To the right of me is Kwame Bofrot. He's a certified FIFA agent. He helps players when they are ready to go pro. He helps with scouting. Then I have Lemuel. He is the grant writer instructor. So any GCU students that will work with us, he will teach them how to write grants. They will learn a skill and work for a commission. Then Coach Eric, he's the field coordinator. And Dibe Laba, he's the IT manager. He does all the websites as well as graphic design. Now, judges, I transferred to GCU 2 years ago because I wholeheartedly believe in GCU's vision. Now, I'm giving you the opportunity to believe in mine. Thank you.
I love the passion, Levi. Thank you.
Thank you.
So on the revenue, you went through it real quick. You got player registration, you got sponsorships, partnerships, and then I think I said scholarships or
and grants and funding.
Grants and funding.
Yes, sir.
So revenue. So what does sponsorships and partnerships mean?
So sponsorships and partnerships is working with other brands. So at our events, they have their logos presented at our foundation so that they can get recognition. Partnerships is a lot of coaches want to come to Ghana. They're looking to scout these players. In order to do so, there is a package for them to pay. And when they do pay for that package, they get everything: hotel, housing, and transportation.
So are you really kind of laying the framework then to launch the league? I mean, is that where the revenue comes from at some point, like the profit, I suppose, at some point?
Yes, absolutely. There's more revenue streams with the league.
So the tournament's like more of a showcase. It's a promotion showcase, and you did one?
Yes, I've done one in February, and then May will be the second one.
Okay, congratulations. Yep. What was the initial investment for that? I'm sure you had rent some field,
Yep. So the great thing about this is the costs are actually relatively low. So to put on the first trial, it was only about $450 to cover the field and pay for the coaches.
Cool.
Yes, sir.
Cool, good job. And so, but you find yourself you still want to do some of that tournament promo, but really use that to launch kind of the going on in the training schools aspect?
Absolutely. I wanted to use that to launch the league, launch that. But then the big part is one problem I've been running into is there's a lot of players that are qualified, but many of them haven't finished high school. So that's why I want to develop the academy, eliminate that problem as a whole. Develop these guys from a young age. That way when they come to America as well, it's not a huge culture shock. They've already been with the U.S. Education system, so they have an idea on the American education system already.
Okay, cool. So yeah, so your opportunity is going to other universities, letting them know who you are, what you're sponsoring, why it's worth it, that type of stuff.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. And then how do you keep, if you want to scale it to the size that you want to, I think what's making it special, and maybe why it was successful, was the local aspect of thing, the need, the demand. Is there some type of requirement that you can only play for your local team? That how do you keep it small and special? Because you're promoting essentially the underdog. You're giving the guy that may not have an opportunity to shine on a bigger scale, and that's what people are kind of invested in and excited about. So how do you keep that special when you're growing it so fast?
That's a great question. So to keep it special is really just to provide them a great opportunity. There's no one else giving them the opportunity to compete, play the game that they love, but at the same time receive a full ride scholarship to get the education fully paid for. And what's truly special is the lives that are going to be changed, but then the whole generations. And communities are going to be changed too, because these kids are going to, for the first time in many of their families, be the first one to ever receive a university degree.
Yeah. Cool, man. Good job.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Great presentation. Just a quick question. So on the amateur league, I mean, do you foresee that taking a lot of like scaling up administrative-wise, staffing, and how are you thinking through just kind of that cost?
He's asking my favorite question right there. So I think it's incredibly, the opportunity to scale is there for sure. I want to do it a couple ways. So one, I would also like to propose to people them to be able to buy a team, kind of like a fantasy league. They can buy a team. We have the list of all the players that are going to be able to take part in it, and they can have kind of like a fantasy draft. They can select the team that they're going to build around. And then, of course, Ghana doesn't have too many leagues where it's well televised. So I would love for this league to be televised and give people that don't play soccer a league that they can watch, a league that they can stay in tune with, and then have that all over social media as well.
Nice. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Amazing job. Well, judges and audience, that is the 5 pitches. So if we can escort our judges out, they're going to be making their hard decision here shortly. But this is also the time for you guys to make your decision. This is the People's Choice Award. Now, you guys get the opportunity to select who you think deserves that extra $1,000 that adds to the winner and hopefully goes to amazing business. With that, we're going to leave that up there on the front, but Sarah's going to talk about what's happening next during our judging period.
Awesome. Okay, so that was amazing. And with that, I'd like to have a quick side note for my students who will be pitching here in just a few moments, and for my judges, if you guys want to head to your spots right now just to prepare. But for all the rest of you in the room who don't know what's happening, we have the privilege and the honor of having high school and middle school students pitch their businesses here today at the Canyon Challenge. Let's give it up to them for being here. So our students are coming from the ACSI Student Leadership and Learning Academy. We have such the honor for having them here today, as this is the next generation of entrepreneurs. There's nothing that makes me more excited than seeing the heart for entrepreneurship, the heart for business, the heart to do what God has given them to do with business through these awesome companies that they have refined. They have had the opportunity to have been working on this all year, and we are so excited to have them. But without further ado, judges, I would love for you guys to take a few moments to introduce yourselves. Caleb. Okay, perfect.
I'll just speak. It is? Okay. Oh, sweet. Hello, everyone. My name is Andrew Bussman. I will be the first judge of this competition. I'm the marketplace director here. You'll kind of hear a little bit about that after this.
My name is Blake Shoemaker. I am the club advisor, and I hang up posters for Idea Club. So. Yeah.
Good evening. My name is Brett Henry, and I serve as the Chief Operating Officer for ACSI, which is sponsoring the venture competition this evening.
Awesome. Let's give it up. Amazing. So without further ado, our first business is one that wants to help middle school and elementary schools be able to help defend against security and scammers. So first off, we have Safety Squad. Let's give it up. Scam Stoppers.
Did you know that within 1 hour of retaining new information, learners forget up to 50% of the information taught? Within 24 hours, learners forget up to 70%. By a week, these learners forget up to 90% of the knowledge presented. This proves to be true in our own experience with presentations at our school.
They come in, present information on a certain topic or problem, and when they leave that day, so does our recollection of that information. These one-time lessons just don't cut it.
As the use of technology increases, children and teens are more prone to be scammed online. What can we do about this? Well, they can watch a video about how to stay safe, which are pretty boring usually. Or they could hire someone to come into the school and teach, but as we said, they'll usually forget this information within the hour that they leave school.
That's why we invented Scam Stoppers. My name is Luke.
My name's Ben.
I'm Jack.
I'm Amalia.
And I'm Lizzie.
Scam Stoppers is a multifaceted organization that not only allows fun and entertaining guest speakers, but will also leave behind an interactive 6-lesson curriculum. This curriculum is set for elementary school students and will allow teachers to educate their students in scam and digital footprint safety.
Here's how it all works. Scam Stoppers will receive a call, text, or email from a school that wants our service. We're going to meet with them, talk money, pick a date, and plan our trip out. The day of, we're going to arrive at your school with all the information, fun activities, and hands-on learning experiences to teach your kids about scams and how to prevent them. Now, information day is over, but before we leave, we're going to hand off some cool merch, stickers, and leave our 6-lesson curriculum so that your kids actually remember what they learn.
Now it's up to you to help us keep others safe from scams. Thank you.
Okay, good job, guys.
Thank you.
Great stuff. You guys came well prepared. So, one question I have for you. What type of consumer exactly are you targeting?
Okay, so the type of consumers we will be targeting is mostly schools and just small organizations. We will contact them through possibly companies like ACSI or even colleges like GCU if we get in contact with them and create partnerships. And then we'll build relationships with the schools, and they can also talk to each other and just build it that way as well. So.
Okay, great job, guys. Let's give them a round of applause.
Awesome. What a great way to start it off. Next up, we have the safety squad. Okay, sorry guys. Next up, we have the Adaptapal.
Hi, I'm Dominic Prock.
And I'm Skylar Vigay. Imagine this. A child wants to jump rope with their friends, a cheerleader wants to perform, or someone wants to cast a fishing line.
But they can't. Not because there's a lack of their ability or passion, but because the tools weren't made for them.
For millions with limb differences, everyday activities become challenges by design, not by choice. Our story started with Kylie, a bright and bubbly cheerleader. She struggled to hold her pom-poms, so we created the Pom Pal just for her. For the first time, she was able to compete without limitation, fully part of her team. Her excitement inspired us to launch Adaptapal, so no one has to sit on the sidelines again.
At Adaptapal, we designed 3D printed adaptive solutions
for anyone in need.
Yeah, on demand. So no, on demand.
Okay. Our print-on-demand model eliminates excess inventory and low overhead, allowing for near unlimited customization. We cater to a niche and underserved market.
Our products, Pump Out and Chomp Out, empower individuals to engage in cheerleading and fitness. But we don't stop there. If somebody wants to fish, bike, or play an instrument, our STEM team will develop a custom solution just for them.
As awareness grows, demand will scale, making us a great investment. We plan to sell through Etsy, Amazon, our website, and forge partnerships with sports organizations and schools to reach a wider audience.
Our product's not only life-changing, but also financially viable. Pump Out and Jump Out cost just $2 to make, and we sell them for $12.99, making them both affordable and profitable. With a lean business model and limitless potential for expansion, AdaptPal is positioned for success. But this isn't just a business, it's a movement. We're not just creating product, we're also creating opportunities. From a cheerleader who wants to perform, to a child who wants to jump rope.
Together, we're on a mission to make sports and everyday activities more accessible for people of all abilities.
Join us in helping people perform without limitations.
AdaptPal.
Well done, guys. Great pitch. I love that your product is responsive to an actual need that you saw in your community, and I applaud you for that, and great job here tonight. My question for you is, so you responded to the one need you saw in the community, so you've obviously made one and it's been used. Is that a correct assumption?
Yes, sir, that's a great
Have you
question.
made others that are in use already?
Yes, sir. We have one user so far, Kylie. She's used it for a year. No breaks, no tears, perfectly fine, practically mint condition.
Excellent. And do you have people working with you on the ergonomics of the design and serving the populations that you're aiming for?
Yes, sir. So as of right now, we're working through our STEM teams at our school and basically consulting through them on new designs.
Excellent. Well, well done tonight, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. Let's give them one more round of applause. Okay, so our next business, third time's a charm, is Safety Squad.
Hello, and we are Safety Squad. Our members are
Finley,
Maya, Liam, and I'm Emma. Did you know that one report says that 13-year-olds spend an average of 4.1 hours on social media platforms? Furthermore, Pew Research Center has noted that 96% of U.S. teens are on the internet constantly.
Upon investigations and reflections, digital safety is a problem faced by parents, children, students, and teachers. Our digital safety video is designed to teach us of online dangers. Our camera cover is designed to protect us from online dangers.
After consideration of research and interviews, we concluded that people have varying amounts of digital safety knowledge. Using this, we decided to teach people about it. Following this step, we decided to create a camera cover and a continual learning model that develops as technology changes. Our business plan provides gaps in business models. Utilizing interactive games, puzzles, videos, and camera covers, we provide resources for students, families, and teachers.
Our business model provides ongoing resources and tools as technology evolves. This is innovative because in a fast-evolving digital landscape, it's important to stay ahead of emerging threats. And Safety Squad is leading the charge, both engaging, effective, and accessible solutions. In order to launch our business, we would need both financial investors and beta testers for our videos, camera covers, and games. After this, we would review the final product with the investor to ensure that both the products and the business model work effectively. Invest in Safety Squad today, become part of the lasting impact. So, judges, hold the camera cover. In front of you, judges, you have a word search. So this word search connects back to our monthly video release vocabulary. And so we also have games and puzzles on our website. And our camera cover here is designed, adapted, and created and printed in our 3D printers. And we are Safety Squad.
First off, phenomenal job, y'all. That was amazing. My question to you guys is, how do you continue to plan on advertising your guys' service?
So we are trying to promote a strong, heavy online presence, and we are also trying to post posters around schools, ministry groups, and so forth. So yeah.
Yeah, thank you guys. Awesome.
Thank you.
And so we have one final business that's going to be pitching. What they do is they took, how many of you guys like to lift? How many of you guys are big gym people in here? Everyone should be raising their hands. They are taking gym clothes and aligning that with the Christian faith. I want to welcome up Nocturnal.
Upgrade your gym wear with the ultimate blend between style and comfort. Our oversized gym tees provide style and comfort while being able to move freely in the gym. Luke and I are the owners of Nocturnal. And our brand, or we chose the name because of teenagers and young adults doing their activities later at night.
We have a heavyweight cotton t-shirt that's great for the gym because when you're working out and you're building up that lactic acid in your muscle, and then when you get to the end of your lift, you can take off our oversized t-shirt and reveal a saucy pump. We also got two Bible verses on the front of our shirts, Psalm 139:12 and John 1:5. They relate to nocturnal and darkness, but also people can see that what we're about just from looking at the front of our t-shirt.
And as you know, most gym brands nowadays are leading towards a darker aesthetic between I would say demonic things, and we plan to stay in that aesthetic, but use our Christian background and represent the light. So our pricing the problem we're solving is not only that, but we're significantly cheaper than all the designer brands that you would get, and we provide the same comfortability and style that you would need. So to make a t-shirt, it'd be around $7, and to sell them, we would sell them at $30.
And so stop going to the gym wearing your basic t-shirts and wear our oversized heavyweight t-shirts and support Nocturnal. Thank you for your time.
Well done, guys. Love the product. Talk to me about your prototypes. Obviously, you're wearing the shirt, so you've produced some. Have you already begun your business? Do you have some in circulation already?
So we just started a month or two ago. And so these are just prototypes. We don't have any sales yet. We do have interest, though, from classmates around the school.
Excellent. Do you see a path for scalability? Is it just the two of you, or what would it look like if sales took off?
My brother is an influencer, so immediately that's my first thing to do is use him and promote the brand. So immediately I would use him, promote, make videos, and I think I would go pretty far with that to get sales.
Excellent. Thanks, guys.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you. Well, our judges are going to make their decision here, but I'm going to welcome up Andrew Busman and the rest of the Marketplace team to come on up to the stage here. We are going to be doing some venture awards for our student businesses in our marketplace. These are students that have been working hard, going to countless events, and have all around contributed to the GCU entrepreneurial ecosystem. With that being said, Andrew Busman is going to be taking it away.
Like Caleb said, my name is Andrew Busman. I'd like to reintroduce myself. I'm the Marketplace Director here at Idea GCU.
Hi, I am one of the market admins. My name is Chase Nordland. I have a business, Big Bang Vintage.
My name is Michael Keating. I also run Big Bang Vintage with Chase, and I'm also a market admin.
Hi, my name is Kale Michaelini Marita. I run Kale Vintage, and I'm also a marketplace admin.
Where's the clicker? All right, while he's doing that, I'd like to take a moment and highlight some of the things that Idea Marketplace has done over the last 2 semesters. We have hosted over 10 marketplaces. We have had over 300. We've had over 350 student vendors here at our marketplaces, and I'd love to, if you're a vendor here today, can you please stand up and we give you guys a round of applause? Yeah. Sweet. All right. I'd like to announce our first award. Our first award is going to be for someone who's artisan with laser engraving, transforms jewelry and journals into timeless, personalized treasures. Your ability to craft meaningful keepsakes on the spot is nothing short of magic. Please welcome up Winner Mo, Master of Precision Award. We'll take a quick picture for Ralph. All right, sweet. You're good. All right, go to the next one. Sweet. This next award is for someone who is always brewing joy with every cup. Your espresso and milk-based coffee help customers lining up for their daily fix. Your shop is not just a coffee stand, it's a movement fueled by passion and great taste. I'd like to welcome up Chloe Mohat with the Crowd's Caffeine Champion Award. Sweet. All right, thank you, Chloe. All right, this next award is super special, super awesome. We are honoring your mastery in tufted rug artistry, where tradition meets innovation. You've transformed the craft into a bold form of expression, creating custom pieces that don't just decorate a space, but define it. For our Rug Renaissance Award, I'd like to welcome up Garrett Russ from Rug Talk. Sweet. Thank you. All right. And then you guys go off stage, and then I'll announce you guys back up. Sweet. All right. I'd like to take another moment to highlight some of our elite members of our club. These are members that have generated over $25,000 in revenue over the last 2 semesters, as well as in the last year. Please welcome up our candidates. And we have gifts for you guys. Hey, Caleb. I'll go grab the gifts real quick. Round of applause, everyone.
These are custom made here at GCU. These are Noggin Bosses. But these are the 25K awards, and we're so proud of all of our vendors, people in Idea GCU who have hit that mark. So let's give them a big round of applause here.
And then pose for a picture for Ralph, and then you guys can come off stage. Sweet. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys. Yeah. If I can have the entire team of Idea Club come on up to the stage, I just want to highlight the team who has been putting in the hard work behind the scenes. These are students who do not have scholarships, and they're spending hours upon hours pouring back into entrepreneurs at GCU. A lot of these students started their own businesses, actually all of them, have started their own businesses where they've gained hands-on experience. And I think one of the coolest parts about entrepreneurship is entrepreneurs love giving back to entrepreneurs of the next generation. We see that in the faculty who have blessed us with giving their wisdom straight to us, as well as these group of our successful students here at GCU who give their time, effort, and energy back into the students. So can we just give them a big round of applause here? If we could have our Canyon Challenge judges come on back up to the stage. I believe you guys have come to a decision here. If you guys want to come on up to the stage here. And walk us through the process of your decision making, and I will give you guys the order as well.
Decision-making process was very difficult, so great job to everyone who pitched and presented and all the thought and work you did putting into it. We really looked at companies that were ready to launch, that we really feel are in a position to start driving revenue. So you made the decision very hard.
The pitches were great. I think some were kind of closer to kind of a go-to-market strategy than others. Some are going to take a lot more money, I think, to launch than maybe you think. And so, yeah, a lot of the decision-making was around maybe how this capital can go towards actually getting something going sooner rather than later, maybe with some extra points for some bigger grand ideas and bigger market opportunities. So I think we're going to start with third place. Okay.
All right, our third place winner is Paws.
Okay, for our second place, I have the luxury of announcing and congratulating Miss Camille Benson, the founder of Desert Bloom, babysitting for second place.
Perfect. And I'm going to quickly announce the People's Choice Award. This is the award that you guys have decided upon. And the winner, can I get a drum roll or something? The People's Choice Award is Fob Mate.
Congrats, Cody Cash, on People's Choice Award. You are in the money tonight because you are first place.
Thank you, guys. Let's give a big round of applause to all of our contestants. Idea Club team, if you guys can come on up to the stage. If we can get the Idea Club team on up to the stage, we're going to be taking photos. Also with this, there is a People's Choice Award for our high school contestants to make sure that they get some of their prizes as well. If I can get all the high school kids up here as well. No, you.
Where'd all of our high schools? All of our high school students who pitched today, please join the stage. Please join the stage. Awesome. Everyone scrunch together. Let's make room. Let's make room. Let's make room. Okay, so do not forget to scan this People's Choice Award for the high schoolers, as they will be able to get their prize, I believe, this next week. But once you guys have all gotten together, amazing. Are you ready to find out who the judges voted the winner of the 7th through 12th Canyon Challenge? Yeah, let's get a drum roll. Drum roll, please. And the first place winner is Adaptapow! Woo!
Well, thank you guys so much for coming out again. We cannot be more thankful for our faculty, our team, and everyone who's put in work behind the scenes. We're going to get some amazing photo with some amazing entrepreneurs right up here. But thank you guys again for coming out and seeing this incredible, life-changing event. Thank you.